Hi, and welcome to the You Can't Save Anyone podcast. I'm Suwon Weaver, and this is Yoshihara. We're two comedians talking about whatever we want.
But we can't save anyone, including you.
All right. Today's topic.
Today we're going to talk about the male gaze.
Male gaze.
How do you feel when you're walking around the world? Like, do you feel like your perspective is like from the patriarchy?
Yeah.
Like the white male point of view?
Yeah.
I feel like I have to dress like a man otherwise they will, especially like Asian, being an Asian woman, they will like, you're not funny, like you haven't seen my performing yet. Also, to protect myself, I dress like a boy on purposely.
Yeah, it's like I have the boyish quality of myself.
Yeah.
But still, I feel like I have to dial up.
Dial up.
Yeah.
And also, some girls, they know themselves. They just dress sexy and they come pretty, makeup on. They come to shows, open mics, and then they can own
Right.
their sexuality.
Yeah.
You can do it. That's great. And yeah, but I can't.
You can't.
I can't. I just don't want. I'm comfortable, so I just don't want anybody to hit on me or.
Do you think it's partly because of our age and like generation?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's part of it?
I think it's just who I am. Because also, I didn't grow up here.
Yeah.
So flirting is not for me. Flirting is too sexual for me.
Yeah.
Hi. So.
It doesn't have to be flirting like that, though.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Either way.
Either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like in acting class too. It's so hard for me to just play like flirting scene.
Right.
It's not in me.
Well, that's fair.
Because in Asia we flirt differently.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I mean, how does it look?
More like in Asian girls are more like, more act stupid, more like and then more like cute.
Oh, not
than
sexual. I see. Okay, like more innocent.
Innocent.
Even at our age, they would act innocent. Like they would still be like, oh, I don't know where to eat at a restaurant. Like, I don't know. Oh, you pick. No, I mean.
Yeah. It's still, I have that quality.
Oh,
yeah.
That's kind of nice in a way. It's kind of
but
innocent.
but I don't do all the,
Yeah, because that's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, I don't do that. Yeah.
How did we talk about this before? How you met your boyfriend? Like, did you guys have flirting?
I don't think we were flirting, or at least I didn't know we were flirting.
I can imagine he would be flirting.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I don't think he said he can help me build my website and as a business.
Right.
Yeah. So okay, meet up, and then of course I was willing to pay for his service, and so we were, and then we sat down and then we hit it off. We didn't do anything about my website. We just talked for 4 hours straight.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah.
Oh, then you just got on the same page. You're like, oh, we kind of like each other.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. So definitely it's not like first sight love kind of thing.
Well, it's funny. I mean, I don't know how old he is exactly, but he seems older than you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He seems like significantly older, but also because he's kind of gray too. So that's just his vibe is like steady and older. So like in a way, like I almost wouldn't picture you together because, but you know, your actual ages and your actual feelings are different than whatever looks on the outside. So
He's 4 years older than me.
oh, that's not much.
Yeah, but he's a lot mature than me. I'm like a kid.
Yeah. I
mean,
could see he seems mature,
he's very mature
Yeah.
and responsible.
like
too.
a man.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
He has 2 kids, so
Yes.
it's one good thing about dad. You know, he's very responsible, and then he's more grounded and
I love that.
definitely mature than me.
Yeah, he has a dad man quality.
Yeah.
Which is great. How nice.
Yeah.
Solid.
So it's true. Like, he adopted me almost.
Yeah. Right. But not. Yeah. Well, so like I just feel like we hear about so many female comics that they act masculine, like, you know, especially like back in the day, like 20-30 years ago, when there were not as many women comics. I mean, you hear about female headliners that purposely look like lesbians, that are trying to, you know, just be able to tell jokes and not be sexualized all the time. And even if they're single and straight, they just didn't want all of that, which makes so much sense.
Wait, what's her name? Amy Schumer? She always dressed very feminine when she came out, I think. I just thought.
It seems like she did. I mean, I guess sometimes I see her looking like kind of ratty. But I mean, maybe those are just like on the like documentaries or whatever. But you know, like you hear about like Lori Kilmartin and Jackie Cation like saying that Jackie probably always dresses down. But like Lori has definitely said like she looked like lesbian on purpose.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
You know?
What about you? You purposely dressed down?
I purposely dress down for mics, for sure. But lately I've been thinking like, what the hell? Like I have all these clothes that I like that are nice. So I actually went out the other night in a dress.
Nice.
I went out. I mean, I didn't get up on stage because it was a lottery. It was over at Kookaburra.
Yeah.
But I wore dress, and I was like, oh, I'm wearing a dress. I literally was like, oh boy, okay. I mean, it was like
But that place is very fancy.
It's a nice place.
Nice place. So I think a dress is also, it's good.
That's what I thought. It's like appropriate for the venue, and I can wear a dress. Yeah. So it's fine.
I totally can see that.
Yeah. I was like, well, why don't I try to like look like I don't have to dress down here. That's stupid. Maybe it's working against me. So I'm trying to shake it up and not be worried about if someone is going to sexualize me or not. I'm just trying to be like, all right, let me just be myself.
And also, like, but I feel like if you dress too sexy on a stage, it's very distracting. I don't hear sexy ladies' jokes.
You just look at their bodies.
Bodies and like boobs, like, whoa!
But that is the male.
Nice!
I feel like that is the male gaze.
Yes.
You know, that is like, that's us developing the perspective of a man because we've tried so hard to fit in to the world. I would even say, not even just to stand up, but just like to the whole world.
Even I do it. So like, you know what I mean? A woman is a beautiful lady with the big boobs and telling jokes. Like, I'm not hearing anything. You know what I mean?
Well, I have a friend that like when she's on stage, a lot of times she dresses super sexy, and I'm like, sometimes I'm worried for her because I'm like, oh God, look at, like, there's a lot of body up there. And but she owns it. Yeah. So, like, her jokes are hilarious. So, and also she's younger. That's the thing. She's Gen Z. Oh. And then, like, that, she's raised, I don't know if she's raised with body positivity. I'm just making that up. But, like, that generation is raised with a different way to think about, like, I mean, okay, so there's body positivity. Like, I've heard, you know, we hear guys like Joe Rogan, like, and some of these guys say how it's bullshit because people have health issues if you're overweight. Sure, but there's so many other health issues. So, like, I don't know. Is it the worst thing in the world to be 30 and a little bit overweight? I don't think it is. Maybe it's harder for us if we're like, if someone's 50 or 60 and overweight. Maybe that's where the issues start. maybe if you're younger though, like Lizzo, you know, is like amazing and gorgeous.
Yeah, she's amazing. Yeah,
and owns it. And so it's a different way to.
and also some people, their body type is just they're born that way. More like, you know, physique is no matter, even though we eat same amount of food,
right?
It's just different bodies have different shape
different
and,
processing.
So
I think so too. I think what about feeling like unsafe? Like, so there was a comic, I don't want to say her name, I haven't seen her in a long time actually, but she's around our age, I think, and she always would wear sexy ass outfits, like tight pants, tight like, or short mini skirts, tight tops, and then I'm like, I always feel like in heels too, and I would always be like, whoa, that's amazing. Because I don't feel like I wore a dress, but I still wear comfortable shoes.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not stupid.
Yeah, that's a must. I just can't perform
in
with
heels. God, that sounds terrible. Yeah, I don't want to perform in heels. But like, she used to go out, and her jokes were hilarious. So, like, do you feel like it's unsafe as like we're women? Like, do you feel like that's an unsafe way?
Yes, definitely. The comedy club.
Yeah.
Or the, you know, comedy store. I like comedy store, but the steps and all that, it's...
The steps. I mean,
I don't think it's safe.
Yeah, it's literally like, oh, someone can see up your skirt and look at your ass or your...
There's a steep steps,
It's like you're right there, like flash, every step.
Yeah. So...
Especially like in a mini skirt.
Yeah.
It's not safe.
Yeah.
And there's still rapists.
Yes! And then all the comedians, male comedians who can't get laid.
Yeah. Incels. There's still guys that talk about beating up women on stage.
Yeah.
Like, they are quote unquote jokes. But they're not. But they still do it.
Yeah.
And then they like look you in the eye while they're telling their terrible sexual assault jokes.
Yeah. And, you know, C word and say, it's like, you shouldn't say that word. You know
You're not allowed to say that.
We women, we can say it.
Yes.
You guys don't own that word. Like, you know.
We should not be saying that.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay, well, so how do you feel about feminist mics? Like, do we think that, you know, I know there's like a couple around town. There's probably more than 2, 3 that I can think of that they have a little different feel. Do you feel like that's helping us? Like,
yes and no, because woman mic is, I love women mic because they're supportive.
Right.
So supportive that sometimes like my joke is working or they were supporting.
Are we being delusional?
Delusional,
because everyone's laughing at everything.
Yeah. So, I have to do reality check, and then when I go to fourth ball, it wasn't it was just support.
We have to balance the feminist mic with the fourth wall.
Fourth wall, yes.
Totally. And then somewhere in the middle. You know. I mean, you know, I love Joe, no matter what. Fourth wall. Give it up for fourth wall.
I love it. Yeah.
We love it.
Thanks to Joe.
Yeah. But, you know, still sometimes it's a little like
all male,
a little heavy on the incel energy sometimes. Nothing against Joe.
So if you make people laugh at fourth wall,
yes,
that joke is gold.
Absolutely. Well, that's the truth, because see, that's the problem I find with the feminist mics is if that's sometimes like new comics get stuck and they only go to their safe spots.
Oh yeah, I see.
And then I'm like, well, what are you doing? Like, you gotta try other spots.
Yeah.
And if you're not like getting out there in front of different audiences, how are you gonna know who you are?
Yes. Yeah. You have to, you know, get out the comfort zone and go to mics that give you like
some honest.
Or
maybe
experience
too honest.
bombing. So you will have a thick skin.
I love comics that are successful that have bombing stories.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, thank God. And they all do. I mean,
Every comics,
yeah.
no matter how great they are.
And not just one. They got a bunch of them.
Yeah.
You know, like they're like, oh, let me think about the worst one, you know, or something. And I like that because it's like, we have to check ourselves. We can't just be like, oh, I'm just, you know, if we don't fail, how are we going to learn?
Yeah, and also like you know your audience.
Yeah, right.
Because we can't make everyone laugh.
Right.
So have to find your audience. That's why social media, people who have social media followers, it works for them because people who already are fan of them goes to see them.
Right. That's true.
Yeah, so no matter what they say, they love.
Yeah, even if they're not funny.
Some it's like Stephen Ho.
Yeah.
He is funny, and also his audience love him so much.
Right. That's actually amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I remember when he first kind of started it, like maybe a couple years ago or something like that, and like from that time to now, I'm like, oh my God, he got so much better as a comic, and then his audience stuck with him.
Yeah.
And I love that's actually really cool.
So supportive, and also smart thing is his audience are a healthcare audience.
Yeah.
So they have money.
Right.
They're comfortable. So
Yeah.
they can support.
And they want to get out and laugh. And then they laugh at the same things. They
Yeah.
understand him.
Yeah,
And he's
exactly.
an Asian
Relate.
nurse.
Yeah.
I mean, God, that's a whole big audience.
Yeah. And that's why I think it's more successful. We don't
It's built in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that's why we should go to nursing school.
Everybody should be nurse.
We're Asian. We could go be nurses.
nurses.
But we're not Filipino, so
Yeah.
forget it. No, but he's
But he is
Chinese.
Vietnamese.
Yeah. Oh, okay. He's Vietnamese, and then he's American born.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
seems like it.
Definitely. Yeah.
Anyways, he's Vietnamese.
Yeah. And
But he's not. Is he a nurse?
he was nurse. Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. ER
Awesome.
nurse. That's why, like, when I went to I performed at Simi Valley, I bombed
Did
so bad.
Oh no, I did too, actually.
Yeah, Simi Valley is like California, but it's more like conservative.
Yeah, it is.
Conservative.
Yeah.
And then also older generation. So boomer didn't get my sense of humor, didn't like my jokes at all because I made fun of redneck.
Oh,
I like
so they got a little sensitive.
Yeah, and I went right into the redneck.
Yeah, the heart of the
Town.
redneck for California. That's a place.
Yeah. So even the host said, like, oh, should I pay you back or something?
Oh.
Because they bought tickets to get there. But I wasn't headlining.
Yeah.
He had like white guy headliner, clean.
Oh, very nice.
Super clean.
Good.
And then they laughed. Audience laughed about clean jokes.
Yeah.
They safe
Yeah.
jokes. That's what they like.
Right. They sometimes like a boomer audience wants something easy to digest.
Yes.
And like they don't want to have to think about racism or like issues.
They want to hear about like little family jokes.
Yeah.
Very like the dirtiest thing the comic said was poop.
Poop.
That's it.
Bah.
That was the dirtiest joke we had. Everything else was squeaky clean.
Right.
And talk about.
I mean, the truth is, I want to win over audiences that are like that too.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. I want to win over people. It's not every audience is going to get us, but sometimes I feel like I want to be able to adjust myself to be able to win them over. It's a whole tricky,
very tricky.
So tricky.
Yeah. Who do you think your audience?
Well, I do feel like white middle class people get me. I do feel like that. And like, I had a guy one time, he kind of assumed that my audience would be all gay people. And it's like, well, that's just dumb, because actually I think who I talk to more are people, like kind of regular middle class whites. but like I really do feel like I should be able to win over everybody. That's who I feel like I am. It's like, I do think that like I would be able to, because I feel like almost everywhere I go, I don't feel like I have a problem fitting in places.
Yeah, because you have such a nice aura. You know, like very nice person aura.
Yeah, thanks.
So it also shows that on the stage too. So
I feel like so then I need to be able to get in there, because if I already feel like people like me. I'll just say that. It's not, I don't feel like I need to try extra hard. But then if I tell jokes that make them feel bad about themselves, that's not winning them over. And I feel like I could do it. Like my experience that I had when I performed in Bellflower is I went a little bit too hard at the top, is how I feel. And like I had the assumption that they're already on my side. I think if you know me a little bit, then you know I'm just taking the piss out of shit. So like, that's funny, taking the piss out of shit. They don't know me at all, and they think I'm making fun of them. Actually, I don't want that. I actually want them to understand, come on guys.
yeah.
We're all laughing at the same kind of stuff, actually. So I mean, I feel like I have something that I learned from that show that I can get a little bit better at, like fine tune. And that's why I think my presentation, I want to go out differently these days, because I'm like, I'm not just a slob.
Yeah, no, you're not.
No.
No.
I mean, sometimes I can be, but just during the summer.
So your target audience is more like a middle class,
Straight white people with
people
money.
With money, yeah.
I do feel like that's like my main audience. I really do. But I feel like I can get other people as long as I do it right. And that just means I have to be smarter.
Yeah.
But I think you have that too.
I feel like my audience is definitely people of color and immigrants, or like also people who are raised by immigrants.
Oh yeah.
Immigrant parents.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, because immigrants, they don't get jokes, or their English might be not good enough. Also different sense of humor, but people who are raised by immigrants, they understand my jokes, and also they'll understand American humor.
Right.
So
yeah, that's true. Yeah, almost like second generation.
Yeah.
Or even third generation.
They're very supportive too. They don't care about my accent, my weird aura. They're used to that.
You don't have a weird aura. No, I don't think so.
But my foreign aura. Some people just when I do crowd work, and some I can tell some white person or black person who are born here, they don't know what to do with me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's true. So, I can see that.
Yeah. But also, I went to psychic before.
Oh, yeah.
And then this psychic lady told me that, about my comedy, that you don't need to worry about what people think.
Right.
Don't care about, you don't need to worry about, just say what you love to do. What you think.
I love that.
Yeah. So don't cater to. You don't need to be catered to people you don't care about. They don't care about.
Yeah.
People, they don't care about you. So they don't. So you don't need to cater to those people.
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
That's anyways what we should do regardless. Is not worry about them. But I guess for me, I want to get people on my side.
Yeah, but that's why clean jokes
will work.
Work.
Well, I even feel like a little bit dirty or a little bit naughty or whatever is like, can win those people over too. But like also because that's where I grew up, around like middle class white people. So I'm like, that's like, that was my upbringing. That's how I lived in Thousand Oaks. So that's who I'm like, these are all my people.
Yeah.
You know?
But I think when I do comedy club, they love dirty jokes.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
People
Because they want to hear
love-
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They want to hear it.
And also like smaller town, and I just did it Sunset Beach, and it was not a club, but it's like a restaurant. There's a bar, there's a stage.
Yeah.
And they love my itchy pussy joke.
That's
They
amazing.
loved it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And they loved you at House of Comedy when we went.
Yeah.
They loved you, and that was like mostly white, middle class people. I mean, middle class, anyways. Like, there's some sprinklings of like different ethnicities and stuff, but like very middle class.
Middle class. And even though I talked about my itchy pussy, one guy asked me out. I'm like, okay.
They're like, yeah, we want some of that. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, it was funny to me. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's. I think.
Yeah.
I think did that help?
Yes.
Did that help anybody?
Yeah, I hope.
Did we help anyone?
I hope it helped, and also like if you someone like our age going through menopause, perimenopause.
Yeah.
I wanna. She told me about this cream. No, not for your down there.
Not for your itchy pussy.
I know it's pussy. It's more like
It's help you sleep. It's
help
a
you sleep.
hormone cream.
Hormone cream.
Progesterone.
Yes.
Progesterone? Yeah, progesterone cream. Yeah, you just put a little bit on and it just helps you sleep. A friend of mine told me about it and I was like, it helped me a lot.
A lot. It's helping me a lot too.
We're not endorsed. This is not a
Yeah, we're not
paid
sponsored.
commercial.
We're
Not sponsored, not yet.
Yeah, but we should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all
Yeah.
right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, well,
yeah. Hopefully. See you next time.
okay, bye.